So recently, we stepped up our journey to be more self-sufficient, which caused us to question everything that we were buying at the grocery store. Asking the question, can I make this at home? So I knew how to make baked beans using dried pinto beans, starting with dried pinto beans, putting them in the crock pot, and I knew what ingredients to add. So I started asking myself, could I can these so that I have them on hand for all those summer picnic meals where we have baked beans and hot dogs and a potato salad? So I'm going to share with you the recipe that my family has decided is better than the baked beans that we had been buying at the grocery store. Today we are going to can some baked beans, and we're going to use ketchup, salt, onions, mustard, vinegar, and then some bacon. So start with rinsing and then draining approximately 2 pounds of pinto beans. Once your pinto beans are rinsed and drained, add 1 cup of the beans to the bottom of each of your 7 quart jars. On top of your beans, add 1/2 cup of ketchup. I'm using our home canned ketchup, but you can absolutely use store-bought ketchup here. So next we're adding a 1/4 cup of brown sugar into each jar. So next we're adding a teaspoon of salt into each jar. One-half teaspoon of mustard is next. Now I'm adding 1 tablespoon of dried onions. You could add 1/2 cup of fresh chopped onions as well. Now we're adding 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Here I have some bacon ends and pieces that I have partially baked, and I'm going to add 1 or 2 pieces to each jar. So now that I've got all the ingredients in each jar, I'm going to use hot water and fill each jar to 1 inch of headspace with very hot water. You can heat your water to almost boiling, but our water out of the tap gets very hot, so I just use hot tap water. And then we mix everything around to get all the bubbles out of the jars. Oh, sugar. I wonder if Mom's watching. She's not. Oh, so good. Make sure to stir each jar thoroughly to get all the bubbles out from under the beans. Then we're going to wipe the rim of each jar before we put the lids on. So I'm out here in the garage, my pressure canner on my stove, and because my jars are warm, I'm using warm water. I'm going to put enough water in to cover about the bottom 1 inch of the jars. So now that my steam has been coming out here for about 10 minutes, I'm going to flip that down, and then we're going to let it come up to 12 pounds of pressure. I'm also going to turn my flame down just a little bit, since I don't want the pressure to go up too fast. So now that my pressure is up, it's actually at 14 and I want to keep it at 12, but because it's over 12, I can start my timer and keep it at 12 for 90 minutes. And this is about how low I'll need my burner to keep it at 90 minutes. To keep it at 12 pounds. We wait a week to eat our baked beans, but after 2 weeks, I find they're just about perfect.